Good morning. Welcome to the 2014 State MWBE Forum. This is the largest MWBE forum in the nation. Last year, and it's a round of applause, it's the largest MWBE forum in the nation. Last year, we hosted 1,800 attendees. And this year, we have close to 2,000 people who have registered for this program. We have a fantastic program for you. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from Governor Andrew Cuomo. We will then take a very brief break after the governor's remarks, and then we will resume the program. Why are we here, ladies and gentlemen? We're here to talk about economic opportunity. Economic opportunity for the thousands of men and women that have been denied those opportunities for decades. We have made significant strides. In just 4 years, New York State has transformed the landscape for minority and women-owned businesses. And that is because of one person, Governor Andrew Cuomo. And he made it a priority when he came into office. In his very first month in office, he created a team of elected officials, business leaders, and academics to remove barriers that had historically hindered MWBE growth. He has removed many of those barriers, and he continues to do so. He has transformed how state agencies and authorities think about procurement, how they think about engaging with MWBEs. He's given people to rethink why we do this in the first place. He's incredibly driven. He's a man of deep commitment. And he is a man that has fought and fought hard, and I know that because I've been with him for almost 8 years. He's fought hard for minorities and women during his entire career, and he continues to break down barrier after barrier after barrier. He is very proud of this program. He believes that this program is a game changer, that we are institutionalizing economic growth, not only for all of you in this room, for all of you that are going to have children, for all of you that are going to have successors, for all of you that are thinking about not only sustaining your businesses today, but growing it for tomorrow. All of you know him. He is our governor, the governor of the state of New York. Please help me welcome Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Exciting day. It's my pleasure to be here. Long time in coming. This conference has been planned for months and has come together extraordinarily well. And let's give a round of applause to Alfonso David and Mecca Santana for her great work in making this happen. We have some colleagues of mine, members of the legislature, who are here today. The executive has an interesting relationship with the legislature, and this is how we've worked it out. I take the credit for any good thing they do, because I get the blame when they do anything bad. Today they did a great thing, so I want to acknowledge them. And I'm going to call their name, and as they call their name, if they could stand, I'd appreciate it. Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson, Senator Betty Little, Senator Martin DeLon, Senator Bill Perkins, Senator Adriano Espaillat, Senator Patty Ritchie, Senator Deputy Speaker Earlene Hooper, Assemblyman Nick Perry, Assemblyman Keith Wright, Assemblywoman Annette Robinson, Assemblywoman Crystal Peoples-Stokes, Donna Lepardo, and Assemblyman Robert Rodriguez. Let's give them all a round of applause and thank them for their great work. I have a number of members of my administration who are here, commissioners who have worked very, very hard all year long to make these goals a reality, and let's give them a round of applause. The fundamental statement of this conference, as you heard from Alfonso, is that we are in the greatest state, in the greatest nation, and we have done many good things. but we still have more to do. The role of government has many components. We do housing work, we do transportation work, we do criminal justice work, transportation work, but the basis of progressive government actually rests on a few simple but profound principles. And one of them is the concept of justice. Now, when you say justice in society, people think right away you mean criminal justice. And this nation knows how to do criminal justice, and it does it very, very well. Some would say too well. We lock up more people in prison cells than any industrialized nation on the globe. That's what we do in this country. My opinion is we have to do a better job of preventing incarceration because it's a waste of our most precious commodity, which is our human capital. I would rather be paying $30,000 per year for a college education than $30,000 per year for a prison cell. And I hope to be the governor who goes down in history as the governor who closed more prisons than any other governor in the history of the state of New York. But there is a deeper form of justice, the form of justice that Martin Luther King spoke to, and LBJ spoke to, and JFK spoke to, the concept of social justice, and racial justice, and economic justice. And the truth is that we have not yet become a just society by that basis. Discrimination and racism are alive and well in America today. People don't like to say it, and they don't like to admit it. But I believe you will never solve a problem that you deny. And the admission is the first step towards the solution. When I worked in the Clinton administration as HUD secretary, I saw discrimination as ugly and as brutal as anything from the 1950s to the 1960s. I did hundreds of anti-discrimination cases. We sued the Ku Klux Klan down south because there was a biracial family, and they had a biracial daughter, and the Ku Klux Klan was harassing them because they wanted to make sure everybody in town knew that the young lady was biracial. I did cross-burning cases, literally. African-American family would move into a neighborhood and they'd plant a cross in their front yard and they would burn it. We did the black church burning cases, as ugly as anything you've seen. Now, we don't have that kind of discrimination in the state of New York, luckily, but we have discrimination. I call it discrimination with a smile. It's more subtle. It's more subtle, but it's just as insidious. It's the landlord who says the apartment's not available, but really he means it's not available to you. It's the banker who says you don't meet the qualifications, but the banker really looked at the color box more than the numbers that were on the form. It's the employer who says you don't get the promotion, but is looking at the color of the skin and not the content of your character. It is the community that puts zoning in place because they don't want affordable housing coming into their community, and they don't want the people who come along with the affordable housing in their community. That is discrimination, and it exists today, and it is alive and well, and it is illegal, my friends. And we have to have the same strength and determination in enforcing those laws as we do the criminal justice laws and the anti-drug laws, etc. The proof is inarguable. A black child born in America in 2014 is twice as likely to die in infancy as a white child. Only 1.2% of all Fortune 500 CEOs are black. Only 2% are Latino. Only 5% are women. Women still make 77 cents to a man's dollar. There is still a glass ceiling. And with all of this, the New York State Senate still fails to pass the Women's Equality Act in this state in 2014. Government has an affirmative obligation and role to right these wrongs. That's why we have a $1 billion affordable housing program. That's why we raise the minimum wage. That's why we fight illegal discrimination. That's why we demand performance from our education system, because there is no system better to lift up people than an effective, functioning, performing education system. But one of the most effective programs is the MWBE program. And Alfonso is exactly right. It's been a priority of mine from day one. Why the MWBE program? Same reason when Willie Sutton was asked, why do you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. The state gives out $8 billion in contracts every year. $8 billion. That's a lot of zeros, my friends. So first, we worked hard to fix the MWBE program. Our Bridge to Success program, mentoring, easing the bonding requirements, certifying more companies than ever before, all have made the program a better program. But the bottom line with MWBE is the bottom line. And there are really two questions that matter. First, what is the goal set for the MWBE program? And second, what has actually been achieved? Now, for many years, the MWBE program lied dormant because governors didn't think it was a priority. But then Governor David Paterson took office, and he understood what the MWBE program could do. The goal was 5% when Governor Paterson took office. And Governor Paterson said, I'm going to double the goal and go from 5% to 10%. And he should be applauded for it. And he took a lot of criticism because they said it was too ambitious to double it, that he was wild going from 5 to 10%. And then I came into office. And I said, well, if David's wild, I want to be wild too. And I took his 10% and I doubled it to 20% as the goal for the MWBE program. Well, you know what happened? We actually exceeded the goal of 20%, and we have hit 25% of all state contracts go to MWBE contractors. That is $2 billion. $2 billion, my friends, is the highest amount in the United States of America to go to the MWBE program, and we are proud of it. And I say to you today, there is still more to do. And we have not yet hit our height, because this is the state of New York. This is the progressive capital of the nation. This is the state that says to all the other states, yes, we can. And yes, we will. This is the state that says you're looking for justice, follow us. You're looking for equal opportunity, follow us. You want to see how strong you can be as a community, follow us. We are the state of New York. We will set the bar high, and we will meet that bar and then encourage all others to join with us. We believe in taking this state to a higher place and a better place. And I say today we're going to announce a goal of 30%, the highest in the United States. And we're going to tell the other states, you follow us, because we can do this. And we can bring opportunity to people all across this state. We will do it. We will hit the 30%, and we will tell all the other states, you follow us. In closing, my friends, in the harbor in New York City stands the Statue of Liberty. And really, that statue says it all. It says opportunity for all. That is the promise. Not opportunity for some, opportunity for all. Doesn't matter what the color of your skin, what religion, what race, how much money you have in your pocket, what stock you come from, what zip code you live in. Opportunity for all. That's the promise that this state holds for this nation. Langston Hughes said, let America be America again. I say, let New York lead the way. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very slight break as the governor interfaces with several of you here, and then we will resume our program. Thank you.